Is this thing recording? Oh, there we go. Hi, baby. Hello. So this is my new apartment. Well, the kitchen anyway. I promised that I would try to make a video of me making miso soup. So the couple of things that I feel like you kind of need in miso soup is these chopped green onions, which I know some people will disagree with me. They'd be like, no, you need seaweed. I agree. Seaweed would also be good, but we're apocalypse cooking here, so I don't have that. I did want to show you the miso that I'm using. So it's akashiro, miso. But the funny thing about this is actually that it says to put it in a small pot and stir gently. You see that? The English, typo. So you're supposed to add it to a pot of boiling water, which I've almost got going on right here. This is a simmer, and it's also not a pot, it's a wok. But I think it will work just as well. So I'm gonna actually crank this up so that it gets a little bit hotter and begins to boil faster. So it says to use 4 teaspoons per cup of water. I think I have like a little bit more than 4. Whoa, this is hard. Whoa. You're gonna get a really big close-up of that. And then I think we just move it around in the water until it sort of melts, because this stuff is actually pretty like stiff, I guess. It's like I don't know, like putting a spoon into ice cream or something. So let's see. This is sort of working. Oh, there we go. It's starting to break apart. Oh, I found a new strategy. If you kind of tap it and do it like this, distributes quicker. Starting to look like miso soup. Wonder if it will come off of here. There we go. Now I can get my other teaspoons of miso. Some old Japanese lady somewhere is like rolling over in her grave about this. I guess they're also probably cooking miso soup during the apocalypse in Japan, right? Comfort food. Oh, are you gonna come off? There we go. So that's 2. This will be 3. I feel like this is starting to look like miso soup at least. Oh, that's 3. Just keep stirring that. And we'll do a little bit of a bigger one, just because I'm sure that I have more than 4 cups of water in here. Because I don't have a measuring cup, because that's how the apocalypse is. So there we go. I know some of you are like, yeah, Megan, we know the apocalypse is so hard, but why don't you have a measuring cup? I'm just unprepared because I just moved in here. So we're, for reals, roughing it. So in case we all die, I just want to give you guys a breakdown of the timeline, that we're currently under. If in the year 2050 people are looking back at the ancient YouTube, records, and they're trying to determine how everything went wrong. Currently, all of our systems in society are being shut down, so we have no school. We don't know if school is going to continue. We have no gyms. We have nothing public. Like, we can't go to movie theaters, concerts, or any sort of thing like that. And so I figured I would just do this thing on like apocalypse cooking. Show you guys some of the stuff that I've saved and like prepared to, have while we're in quarantine as COVID-19 rages outside of our doors. So I figured I'd give a shot at making miso soup. I bought the miso a while ago and haven't had a chance to prepare it. So what else? COVID-19 spreads to 3 people roughly for every person infected, which is fun. Apparently that means that our numbers of COVID-19 are going to double every 2 to 3 days. And we don't have enough test kits in America because we refused the ones from the World Health Organization. So I'm going to start throwing in some other ingredients here, like the tofu. Whoa, that's hot. Let's throw a little more of that in there. So tofu, more tofu, even more tofu. Let's do more. All right, that's probably good. Green onion. Let's do a bunch of green onion. Oh, it floats. That looks really authentic almost, you know? Like if I had seaweed, the seaweed would totally be doing this. Again, every Asian person is like, what is this white boy doing? They're like, he's butchering our cultural dish. So I'm going to let that boil a little bit. So yeah, we don't have enough test kits for COVID-19, which means that we have unrealistic numbers. They go like, there are about 1,000 people infected, but we only have X amount of test kits, so we can't know for sure how many people are infected. And all these cities are now shutting down, like Orange County just shut down. And everybody's super paranoid, right? So they're like, is my slight cough actually COVID-19? Also, you know, I know that most of my kids are like happy to have some time off school, but at the same time, I bet lots of them are feeling real fear right now over this. Oh, it's boiling. What do you guys think? Is it miso soup yet? Should I taste it? Give it a try? Or here we go. Oh, it's so hot. Oh my god. That tastes almost exactly like miso soup. I think I actually need more of the miso stuff though. The paste. Maybe one more giant dollop of that. I think I'm gonna save some of this in the fridge and then I'll just heat it up tomorrow. That way I'm not wasting food during the apocalypse. Oh, I think we're almost there. Let's see. Give me that tofu. Victory. All right. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. I'm surprised that worked. All right, well, that's how you make miso soup during the apocalypse, if you were wondering. Hopefully I'll be able to make some more of these videos, unless I contract COVID-19 and I'm hospitalized and there are no respirators and then, you know, I die. So hopefully all of you guys are hanging in there, you know, being safe. I would suggest quarantining yourselves. Make sure you get your food now, you know, so that you're not having to go out with all of these sick folks. And hopefully, you know, school will, man, I'm gonna die, continue to exist. All right, you guys have a good night. Bye.